Yes, I started the recording. Schema tool hyphen db type. Db type is a derby and init schema. Okay, it is completed and now again we will launch Hive. HIV. Anywhere you can launch that from. Not a program problem. Okay, this is done. So now I will show the databases. We have created that day some only one database, I think, default database. I think the schema tool I've run it again, so it is not having any databases. So what I will do, we'll create a database and we will see. In the first class, I have created the database like create a database sample db. Okay, it is created. Now if you do show databases, it will show it. Then how to use the database? A sample db. Okay, use the database. Then we can create a table. Create a table. Table name we can give it as information info table. In that id some same like how we have done it for the MySQL. Okay, but the name I can give it as all three types of data type like varchar, care, and string works with Hive. Okay, string also we can give for a string data type. Okay, I have created a table. So show tables will show me the tables. It is info table is created, so insert some same like that. So create table you can create it likewise, or you can also mention how your rows are to be present. Okay, row type delimited that I told you the other day. Row format the delimited fields terminated by I mean how it has to come that we can give. Row format it will say already table is created here. It will try. Okay, row format delimited fields terminated by how you want your table to be created, that you can mention it here. Okay, error code it's saying table already exists, so I will give another table name like info1. Okay, so we can insert some values into it. Insert into info1 table, and we can give some values like 1 comma. Already this table will be there in the, like I will give ours names. I think spelling is wrong. And to comma Prakash. This same table we have already created. Again, just a refresh. I'm just doing it. Same way we can do it here also. Okay. 3 comma Arul Raja. Likewise. It is showing error. Why? Because values I have not given. Okay, for the table creation. Table does not exist. Table didn't get created. Row 1. It is saying it is already there. Oh, okay, okay. In the insert, I have given it as a spelling mistake, syntax. Info 1. It has created, it will start the map reduce job. Okay, during insertion, it will create a map reduce job. During alteration, it will create a map reduce job. That's how it works. Same like in a pig, when you do a dump, it creates a map reduce, right? Likewise, it does here too. Okay, so if you can select, how do we check the table? Select star from table name is info one. Right, we can check it. It will not show in tabular column. It will show it like this only. It will not be showing it as in MySQL. So all this data where it is stored, we can see it in another tab. Okay, see, it will be present in the HDFS, the directory which we have created, fs ls slash user slash hive slash warehouse. It will be there in our HDFS. You can ignore this, it is not a problem, but it is not there. Sample DB is there. Okay, inside the sample DB it will be present. No, now I have created this one, this sample DB. Okay, today I have created it, so we have to go there and check it because it is all drives. DB.db. See, info and info one has got created. Okay, this is where it gets created. Okay, now what we will see is, we say, obviously we will not take data from locally, right? We will always take the data from the HDFS. So how to load the data from the HDFS, which is stored in their HDFS, and work on those data set. Okay, before going to that, we will learn about some of the basic data types and commands in Hive. Then we will move on. So more or less all the application will have its own data types, will have its own functionalities and some common features only. Since you know basics, it will be easy for you to understand this. So while creating a table, create a table, you can give whether it is a temporary table, whether it is an external table, or internal table. This I will tell you the difference. Hive creates two types of tables. One is internal table and another one is internal and external table. Okay, there is a difference between these two. Okay, and this you can give it. This is optional cases. These are also optional only. If you don't give anything, then it will create an internal table only, that you can remember. And if not exist, the database dot table name you can create it. And the column type, comment also you can give. See, while you're creating any table in your MySQL, create table. If exist, if not exist, anything you can give. Say name, and you create the IDs and data type you will give. Here it is also possible in Hive, you can give the comment. Comment is for what purposes? Like we can say that what is this ID, whether it is a student ID or whether it is an employee ID. So all this kind of a comments which you can give it while you're creating a table in Hive. Okay, and you can also, yes. It is not present in the table. It is like a document, some uh, for our understanding. Or you say, I created a table. There is also like versioning concept over here. Okay, it means I created one version of the table. Somebody else has created another version of the table, and he has loaded extra data into that. That time, if we can give a comment saying like this is the maybe if the ID is starting from 1 to 100, there in the another version he can say it is going to start from 101. ID starts from 100. So it's like a comment which we give. Like in our Java programming, we give comments, right, to understand for us. Likewise, you can give comments. Okay, and row field, these things are like we are going to say how my table is going to be present in your user Hive and warehouse directory. Okay, whether it is going to be a comma separated file or whether it is going to be a dollar separated file, all those things. And the properties, there is something like a table properties where you can mention about whether it is an external file. It is also possible to give the version information on all. Okay, for a table. Mm, or about who has created the table, about the date information. Okay, date, uh, creator of the table, and whether it is an external or internal table. All these things you can give using the table properties. There is also another thing like DB properties. Using that you can give the properties for the database. It means who has created the database and which date it is created. All information you can give it. Okay, and stored as a, if any specific format, if you are going to give it, that you can give either as a CSV file or a JSON file, or you wanted to store it in your user Hive warehouse as a Excel sheet. Likewise you can give. So one example is there, as an employee table is created with ID integer, name string, salary string, and salary will is you can be integer. Okay, destination designation, this is actually not destination, designation, wrongly written, designation as a string. Okay, and the comment, in the comment you can write it as employee details. And row formats, you are saying that all the fields means every column is separated by comma, and each line will be separated by the new line character, and that is stored as a text file. Okay, likewise you can give, this is an example for creation of a table. And you can also alter the table. You can rename the table name. Okay, you can add columns, like in our SQL you can add the columns. You can give column, the which column you wanted to add and its data type. Okay, and you can drop the column also. You can change the name of one column to another column, like if it is ID, then if you wanted to give it as employee ID, you can change it, and you have to give the type. Okay, say if you want only where cannot string type, and some specific length you wanted to give, likewise you can change it. Alter table name, replace column, you can also have the change, replace a column names. That option is also there. So alter table employee, rename to employee, this will change the table name itself, right? Employee table to employee, this is an example they are giving it. So like in our MySQL we can use all the commands of alter table to Hive tables also. Then furthermore, how to delete it? Delete, you can delete the table if it is existing by the table name. Okay, students is table name. Okay, there is some other partitioning, I will talk about it later on. Okay, before that, so our other commands are like insert the values, and update and delete SQLs are supported from Hive 0.14 and later versions. Now we have installed Hive 3.2.1, no, so it has all these commands. Must provide values for each column. Users may assign null values to the column for which they do not want to assign a value. If you don't want to give any values for that, null values also it takes it. That's what they are saying. Okay. Update also command will also work. Update command will try to set the value for your field, any field. Whereas alter command will change the definition for your table or for the schema. Okay. Delete also, where condition can also, you can also use here. Okay, Hive also has these joins, like inner join, left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join is supported. Whereas a MySQL doesn't have full outer join. Okay, how do we support MySQL full outer join? How can full outer join be supported in MySQL? Do you remember?
Come again, ma'am. I don't know. What was the
And
question?
the question is, how do you achieve full? MySQL doesn't support full outer join. Okay, full joins. You can also call it as full outer join. How do you achieve it in MySQL? Left, yeah. You can have a left outer join and the right outer join, and you do one union of both. Okay, then you will achieve the full join. Full join means everything together. Okay, don't forget it. Fine. Okay, so moving the data into Apache Hive, we are going to create tables in Hive. And Hive is not a database, it's a query engine, I mean execution engine only. Okay, so if I wanted to move the data set, because we will not going to load your data set locally. If you wanted to move the data set from HDFS into Hive table, how do we do that? So same like in our pig, there is a load statement. Okay, load data in path. In path, if you remember, we used this in path in MySQL um, backup and recovery. There, if you say in path, it will take the data from the local directory and it will store into your database, MySQL database. Please go and revisit it. Okay. So load data in path. You will give the file name. This is the file name from the HDFS. Okay, and overwrite into table name, whatever the table name. If it is a overwrite is an option. If the table already existed, you can overwrite it. Otherwise, you can give into table name. If the partition is there, that you can give it. Partition I will talk about later on. Okay, you can set there is one table property which is a skip header line count equal to 1. See, normally the Excel sheets which we are getting it will have an header line like a name, ID, and a designation on all stuffs. If you wanted to skip that, remove that, no need to remove, but skip that line. Then if you set the table property skip header line count, okay, that will go along with this command. Then it will remove it will not consider the first line of the CSV file. This way we can do. I will show it all it in a demo. Okay. For that we need a data set. I will take that data set. Okay, I'll just take that. Just a moment. Okay, this is the data set. This it's the same that COVID state vaccine data set. In this data set, we will load it and we will work on that. Uh, okay, this I have put it in the downloads directory. So COVID state-wise vaccine, the CSV file. Okay, this I'll check if it is there already in Hadoop AFS-ls in the root directory. This is vaccination data. This data is not present. Okay, and the COVID state-wise vaccine that I will put it there. So what I will do, I have to copy it, put it Hadoop FS hyphen put. It is in downloads directory. Okay, COVID vaccine 1.csv to slash. I will put it here. Okay, now if you list it and check, It will be there. COVID vaccine state-wise CSV. So let's see what is there in this file. Okay, I'll open it here. The same data which we have seen before, right? Like a date of when the vaccine is done, state, not only India, for Andaman and for other states, Gujarat, Kerala, Karnataka, Haryana, everything is there. Total doses administered and the sessions they put, and first dose administered, second dose administered, all these things which we can work. Okay, so this data I will first load it into your Hive table. This is how you have to do it. Okay, for that we need to go into our Hive setup. This is my Hive setup. So I have to create a table to load this data, and I also give the schema definition for the table. Okay, create table. If not exist, I will give. Okay, this is for the safety purpose. If not exist, the same query can work in MySQL also. Okay, vaccine, in that the first one was the vaccine date. I think in this we need to remove certain things because it is containing so many data, so many columns. We are not interested in all, I think. Okay, till sessions we will have. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Others may not be needed, so we will not load it also. So vaccine date underscore date I will give. We can give date format and state as a string, and doses, total doses administered. So total underscore doses I will give as an integer, and session also it is having as integer. Okay, actually other things we can remove it, sites or Covishield, or okay, I will remove it and I will have only necessary. Okay, delete columns, delete column. Covishield and Covaxin. Okay, individuals. This also I will delete it because because I have to type everything to load it. That's why I'm deleting it directly like this. Okay, in this then session we had Covaxin. We have, okay, Covaxin is an integer number of Covaxin in particular state on a particular date, and Covishield as int. Okay, and I'll say how my file is to be loaded for row format, delimited, how it should be, fields terminated by comma, and the lines, each line should be terminated by slash n, that is new line feed. Okay, this is how I'm creating a table. Create table, if not exist vaccine, the table name is vaccine, date I have given, state as a string, total doses, sections, Covaxin number, number of Covaxins and number of Covishield administered on each state. Likewise, I'm giving it. Okay, I create the table. The table is created. Okay, show tables. It will be there. Vaccine is there. Now select the table will not have anything, right? We, what we were doing while to populate the table, we will insert the values rather than inserting. If I wanted to take the data from the HDFS, then you have to use load data local in path, local only, right? Okay, local will load it from the local path. Okay, that you cannot do it this way. We have to create an external table. Okay, fine. Now I will load it from the local itself. Okay, a local file itself. Then I will show it how to escape it. Okay, I will check it where it is present in my local. So in order to store the data from the HDFS, we have to create this table as an external table. Okay, create external table, but now I have created it normal table only. So locally I will load it first. Okay, uh, it is present in the downloads. LS, where is that vaccine data? COVID vaccine data. Okay, this one I will take it. CSV odds. So I will give like this: load data local in path, and the path I have to give it here only because it is not an external table. External table only will read it from the HDFS. Okay, so I'll give this path, and the file name is COVID. It is not coming. I have to copy and paste it. Okay, into table we have to give what is the table name, into which table we have to do, into table vaccine. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm taking it from the local directory only and putting it into the vaccine table. This is the command: load data local in path from the local directory into vaccine. So it is a loaded. So if you check it the table, select a star from vaccine. It is asking for semicolon also. So all the table are populated. Okay, so null first column I have given the, you can also describe and see the table. Okay, describe to see the schema, same like in MySQL. It is saying that the vaccine date is date. That format it is not taking properly, I think. All the other null values means it is not having the content here for the West Bengal and all. Okay, that's why it is all populated with a null. What I will do, date I will change it. For that you have to use an alter command. Okay, I will change it later on. First, now I've showed like how is this clear? Like you can create a table, you can load the table. We here we have not inserted because this is a little large data set, right? How we can insert individual values? We cannot do that. We are populating the table with the data set, and later on we will update, alter, and do all the stuffs in this. Okay, is this clear? For loading from a HDFS, you need to create it as an external table. I told no two tables are there, that I will tell you. Okay. It will not understand. We have to create it as a other table. Okay. Okay. Now we will go to the PPT. We will see the other data types of this. I got past. Okay. We were seeing about the data types now. And float is a 4 byte is single precision floating point number. With the dot there is only one precision will be there. Okay, double is a double precision, it will give double precision itself, it will store from 8 2.2, it is also allowed. Okay, same like double only, it is same like double, but you can write in the data types as a double precision. And decimal based on a big decimal. Okay, users can specify the scale and the precision during the table creation. Supports both the scientific and the non-scientific annotations like a logarithmic, all those things it can support. Cube root in decimal. Okay, provides more precise values and greater range than the double. This is about the integer data types which are supported in Hive. And Hive also supports string types as a string, char, and varchar. String is a you can either enclose and with double quotes or single quotes and check it. And string is it doesn't have any size at all, right? It is a variable size. Whereas a character and a varchar we give a size, and when it comes to character, the size is fixed. Whereas varchar, you can have the remaining space. Say if my character is 4 bytes, then 4 characters if it is, and you are allocating for 10 characters, 4 characters only will be taking the space, remaining 6 characters can be used for other storage. That is the difference between varchar and char. And time will be defined by the timestamp. Okay, timestamp is like hours, minutes, and seconds. It will have Unix timestamp. Nanoseconds also you can mention with dot f. Dot f means nanosecond value. Date it is not taking for me, but it will be should be of this type. If it is of a year, month, and a dd date, then it will take that one. And internal interval is like if you wanted to find the interval between two timestamps, then you can use this interval data type also. And mostly boolean all is also allowed, like you can have a value true and you can say that it is of type of boolean. Okay, binary values are like zeros and ones, you can have it and you can mention it as a binary value. Okay, binary data types, this is also supported. And data types are complex data types are like the maps, arrays, maps, structures, and union. So arrays in Hives is the order sequence of similar types. Say for example, you have a student data and you wanted to store all the information of the student into an array. Okay, that is also possible in Hive. Okay, you can mention student as a array data type. This I will show you maps and how you can do. Then you can store all the information about the student name, class, address, and all into the array. Okay, map when it is a key value pair, then you can go for mapping. It is like this person is a student, this person is a teacher. Okay, likewise key value map. Okay, the person can be a key and the position which he takes may be different. Likewise, and structures is like the combination of a data. Okay, structure you understand, no? In C++ also we have the structure. You can a kind of a data structure where you can have a combination of data like integer data, array data together, or you can also have strings in that. Okay, that is a structure. Okay, and the union data type will be of a same type, exactly one data type. Okay, like a struct and say address. Sorry, this is union and say you wanted to give the address. Like you can give only like for integer type only integer door number. Okay, and the pin code only you can have, because pin code will be of type same type, similar type of data type you can put it in a union. There is a way heterogeneous type of data type, that is different type of a data types, then you can go for structure. Okay, Hive also allows you to represent the null values or no values, missing values with a null. Okay, and then is this okay till now? Since you have come across all the data types, these things will be easy for you. Only thing is how to use it, write your create a table using that might differ. Okay. Okay. So again, it is also having operators. Relational operators are like 1 minute. Okay. So, I like other programming languages, these relational operators can also be applied. All the operators like arithmetic, logical, string operators. String operators are like we find a substring of a string, or we do some length of the string if you wanted to find it, or you manipulate the string, those things. And operators on the complex types which we saw, like arrays map, on those also operators shall be give present. Okay, so relational operators, this we all know, like whether we can also check if a is null. This you can write it in your query also, in mysql also, like a select star. You can select some data, okay, from some table, where you can have an where class. In that you can say where some field like a name field is not a null. Same like that we can have it here also. Okay, like means it is for the string comparison, it will do it. Okay, true if the string pattern matches with the other with the string pattern A matches with the B. Okay, otherwise it is a false. R like and like are more or less similar only. And you can also have a regular expressions. Okay, regular expressions we can give no, in the where class. I can give a name like I can give a percentage. Name like percentage, in the quotes like my name like a Jaya. Full name if you don't know, some half only know, it will retrieve all the results of whatever is matching the regular expression. Likewise also we can use it. Okay, so all these operators of arithmetic for doing the calculation, that is supported here too. And this will do a bitwise negation. Okay, logical operators is like and or the boolean results which will give in a if condition we use no, same likewise we can put it in this also in Hive 2. And complex operators, it is a like array of to find a particular element in an index position, because array works on the basis of index, right? So that you can give it in the n as an integer. Okay, it returns the nth element in the array. The first element has an index as 0. Okay, that it starts from index 0 as an array. And the key, if you give a key, it gives the values also, k as the key. So key map is like key value pairs, it gives the values also. It returns a value corresponding to the key in the map. Okay. Yes, as a struct, using s dot the structure value, any value like integer I have stored like door number and all that. Using the structure name dot the field name, if you give it, it will give the, it returns the x field of the yes. Okay, we will see all these things, and these are the built-in functions like round it. These things will work on the integers and the strings. Okay, round a data, then it returns a big integer. Okay, round a double data, round because it will have double data will have a floating point number, right? That if you round it and give the value, floor seal functions. And random also, random number if you wanted to generate, same like um, in Java we'll have random numbers, no, likewise you can create it. Concatenation, this all string operations you can do here. This all we'll see in examples. And you can also replace a particular string from one to another. Okay, and yeah, r trim l trim is string returning from, if there is any space on the left hand side, on right hand side. Why we are having all these things is the data set shall have be, might be not cleaned up. Okay, that time if you wanted to clean the database, it will have some entries that it will have spaces or not. Okay, we don't know from which source you are getting the data that time, or if it's sensor information or not, it will be all like messed up. That time you can use all these trims and all if in order to remove the spaces. Okay. Mm. And JSON object also you can read it. This we will see one example I'll show. And casting you can do from one data type to another data type. Aggregate functions like sum, min, max, average, all these things can be applied. So how to create a database or a schema? It is a like database and show databases. Drop the schema, same thing. Okay, that is all for now. This is all theory. So I mean exercises I will show it tomorrow. Okay, because I'll show it tomorrow using the with the alter command. Also I will show this tomorrow. Only in Hive Pig and all it is easy. You have to remember only the commands. That's all. Okay, that is all I have now for today. Okay, tomorrow is a holiday. Okay, tomorrow is Guru Nanak Jayanti, so it is a holiday. No classes tomorrow. Wednesday you will have. My schema command not was not working. Okay, Amalan, if you have laptop, you can share it. You have your in your this one you are working. No? What is that? VT lab. I'll check in that now. Others, if you can leave. Class labs. Okay, Amalan, it was in my laptop only. You didn't install it in VT lab. Venkana Babu, did you install? Praveen Kumar, did you install? It was fine, no, for you. Amalan, you today you will install. I will install in VT. Okay, you install and tell me. Okay, okay, okay. I think without that itself it will work. Something has happened to my machine. Okay, this local path load. No, you don't have to give this one. There is a local data. Local I have given no in path. Local you don't give it. You can take it from HDFS. Okay. Anyway, I will show it tomorrow. Okay, that is all for now. You can leave now. Thank you.